So, I did a video on Arne Slot, talked about how he has transformed Liverpool. I did my part one of this video, and I really talked about how Liverpool have really changed upon the arrival of Arne Slot. And that message has generated me a lot of feedback, and some of those feedbacks were so negative. Some people really think that I am underestimating Chelsea, but I will show you that is just my opinion, and my opinion still stands. Now, Arne Slot indicated and showcased in the game against Manchester United how he is able to build a team that is very robust without the ball and is able to actually create a lot of difficulties and challenges for the opponent. And because Slot was able to create this kind of system that was very difficult for Manchester United to actually play from the back, this will actually form the basis and what we'll actually talk about in this episode or this part of this video, previewing Liverpool versus Chelsea game that is scheduled to be played this Sunday upon the completion of the international break. As I reiterated that Liverpool are the favorites heading into this game, and I still maintain that position. They are a better team than Chelsea at the moment, and this is amongst the second hardest fixture that Chelsea will be facing. Now, in our video today, we are going to look at how can Enzo Maresca play through Liverpool. How can Enzo Maresca play through Liverpool? Liverpool are a team that are very strong without the ball. They have the best defense in the league, and they are very good while pressing from the front. So what can Chelsea do? Before we start our analysis, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So because we know that Liverpool at home will be very aggressive and will look to dominate the ball and press Chelsea aggressively high, what can Chelsea look to do when they have the ball? Now, Liverpool like to press aggressively high with an extremely high line, but their wingers start out quite narrow, looking to cut the passing lane towards the fullback and force the play to be played towards the middle, because Liverpool want to create those midfield overloads and midfield traps. So Maresca has played this way by inverting Malo Gusto initially during the build-up phase, but because Liverpool are pressing with a front two of either Szoboszlai and Jota, Chelsea will lead a back three to try and outnumber this overload created by Liverpool. And because Chelsea are looking to involve their goalkeeper during build-up, as we saw the way Maresca likes to build play, and having both Gusto and Caicedo in midfield, Chelsea will have a 5-man overload against a 4-man pressing structure. Now, another way that Chelsea can look to maneuver this is that they can draw players to press Liverpool high up. Then, either Sanchez can decide to play a ball directly to Cole Palmer, who can drift out, or Tosin Adarabioyo can also decide to play that first-time ball to Cole Palmer. Now, when Palmer receives the ball in this space, his main aim is to try and play balls over the top, because I have told you Liverpool play with an aggressive high line, and this is where Jackson will thrive, because Jackson likes to make those runs behind the opposition's defense line. But Chelsea will face a difficult problem because Konate is one of the fastest centre backs and will be looking to try and cover Jackson. So Jackson will have to link up with Noni Madueke, and this ploy can be used as a ploy for Chelsea to move the ball high up the pitch and beat Liverpool's press. Alternatively, Gusto can start out wide with Chelsea looking to build with a back four, and Chelsea in this case can try to draw Liverpool's players and have Nicholas Jackson drop deep to receive the ball, pulling a centre back out of position, because I've told you Liverpool want to go man to man, and Konate is the most aggressive of the two centre backs, while Virgil van Dijk looks to try and cover. So in this case, Liverpool might try to push a lot of players towards Chelsea and deny them space. Now, Cole Palmer will be very important in looking to pick up those spaces. You can see here when Liverpool are actually trying to build from the back. Look at the positions of the midfielders as they are looking to switch across, and the positions of the forwards who are looking to try and prevent any passing lane towards the fullbacks. Now, Mo Salah in this situation is not looking to try and cover Diego Dalot, but rather is trying to look and cover Lisandro Martinez, while Szoboszlai and Jota cut the passing lanes in field. This is to force Lissandro to play a quick mistake ball to Maino, where Gravenberch can win that ball and Liverpool can find themselves in situations where they can easily hurt the opponent deadly. Now, because Liverpool look to try and employ this system where they force the ball to be played through the middle, this actually limits the opposition's chances, because a lot of teams want the ball to be played towards the wide areas. Liverpool want the ball to be played in the middle because they trust their midfielders are athletic enough to win those balls in the middle, and once they win these balls in the middle, they actually have more players in attack where they can easily transition into a quick, swift counter attack. And you can see here how narrow Liverpool's back four is when they are looking to try to build from the back, when the opposition is building from the back. They use a flat, narrow back front four, with the wingers looking to try and prevent the ball from heading towards the fullback. Now, one of the forwards decides to sit onto the pivot, while one winger tries to press the centre back from out to in, covering the pass towards the fullback and forcing the centre backs to attempt balls in the centre of the pitch. Now, because of this instance, the centre back should be very keen in looking to find the fullback in this case, and the fullback in this case should be ready to relate quickly with an inside midfielder in this case and look to play quick 1-2 passes that are actually creating combination play for the team. Now, Palmer will be very important in this kind of system because Palmer will be the player who will actually be picking up these spaces and allowing Chelsea to actually play through Liverpool. Chelsea should try and attempt to play passes to Noni Madueke, who will be making runs in behind. So that is one way. Another way is that Enzo Maresca might decide to retain Nicholas Jackson as the number 9 to pin both centre backs deep, and have Chelsea build in a 4-3-3 by having Fernandes starting high and wide so that he can have 5 man against 4 in Liverpool's backline. Rather than looking to play through Liverpool, they can decide just to play balls over the top, especially to players such as Enzo Fernandes, or play the ball towards the fullback and try to create that left overload with either Fernandes coming to give an option to the fullback, receive the ball and play a quick reverse pass back to the fullback who will be advancing. These quick 1-2 combination plays will be very important for Chelsea looking to break through the intense aggressive press from Liverpool. In this case, Chelsea can look to try and have Jadon Sancho 1v1 against Trent Alexander-Arnold, a duel that I believe Jadon Sancho will actually win because Trent Alexander-Arnold is not one of the best defenders of the ball. Now, Chelsea really showcased how they are able to play through a high line when they played Brighton, and Liverpool is going to give them that. So because Liverpool, it depends with Arne Slot. If he decides to play with an aggressive high line, then Chelsea, especially Cole Palmer, can be coming short to receive the ball and look to play those balls over the top. And that is one way Chelsea can actually look to get the best out of Liverpool, playing those balls over the top. Because now if they play multiple balls over the top, this will make Liverpool's backline drop and actually allow Chelsea's midfielders to control the game from midfield. So what about when Chelsea are in settled possession? Because at some point in the game, Chelsea will have settled possession. Now, in this case, Liverpool try to sit in a 4-4-2/4-4 structure. Now, Chelsea can decide to move into a back three, similar to what they do, and have Malo Gusto inverting in midfield. The front three will start high and wide. Palmer and Enzo Fernandez will move to occupy the half spaces, while Gusto will join Moises Caicedo in that midfield region. And this 3-5 structure is what has given Chelsea much needed defensive solidity when it comes to actually covering the wide areas and having an extra man during build-up. Now, Liverpool sometimes might attempt to go man-to-man with Chelsea's centre-backs, but when they decide to retain their 4-4 structure, then this back three system will be important. Now, Liverpool's aim here is usually to use their forwards to cover both the double pivots, while using Mo Salah and Luis Diaz to try and press the wide centre-backs from out to in and put pressure into the central centre-back. Now, this is very important in that these wide players will be trying to press and deny the ball from reaching the wide centre-backs or full-backs, while applying pressure into the central centre-back to attempt passes in midfield that can actually make it very devastating for Liverpool. This needs a centre back who's very composed, and Colwill in this case needs to be the one to step out with the ball while the other centre back spread out wide. He should hold on to the ball, draw in a press from the players sitting on the pivots, then look to find Moises Caicedo. Caicedo in this case should be able to know how to turn and look to automatically play the ball towards either players such as Fernandes or Cole Palmer, because they will have that numerical advantage when the first line of pressure has been beaten. The main aim is to have Chelsea's wingers 1v1 against Liverpool fullbacks, especially Trent Alexander-Arnold, because we have identified that Trent is quite vulnerable with that when it comes to defending. But this heavily relies upon Levi Colwill, who is very important for Chelsea, especially building from the back in this instance. Alternatively, if the ball is played towards the wide centre backs, then Fernandes can shift out wide, pulling Gravenberch out of position, and this can now allow both Jackson and Caicedo to drop close to Fernandes and give him options. Konate is more likely to step out to try and deny Jackson that space, but Jackson's strength to hold on the ball can be very important by playing a flick-on pass to Caicedo, who can look to play the ball to Jadon Sancho, looking to make those runs forward. And Sancho should be ready to be heavily involved in this game, because he'll be the player who can generate a lot of output from Chelsea in that left wing position when he faces Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, alternatively, Chelsea can decide that this 4-4 structure does not serve them, because the dropping in of Konate will actually be creating problems for Jackson, and Jackson might not be quite strong enough to hold on Konate for 90 minutes. Then Chelsea can move into a kite midfield system, and this kite midfield system might see Malo Gusto operating in the wide areas while Palmer operating into that second striker role. Gusto in this position can look to link up with Noni Madueke, giving the ball to Noni Madueke and allowing Noni Madueke to have a 1v1 against Robertson, or slip the ball to him so that he can either attempt a cross to Jackson, Palmer, Fernandes, or Jadon Sancho towards the left hand flank. And this will allow Palmer to be free in that number 10 role, allowing him to rotate and move all over the pitch to receive the ball and look to create dangerous chances for Chelsea at Anfield. Now, because of this kite system that Chelsea might decide to employ, Liverpool in this case might be tasked to change their structure. Chelsea can even employ what they've been employing recently by trying to create those side overloads down the left, by having their winger, their inside forward, and their central midfielder all occupying the left side, trying to draw players towards the left, with even Jackson moving towards those areas. And once they try to create that left side overload, they drag the entire Liverpool team towards the left hand side. Once they do this, have Cole Palmer occupy the space between Virgil van Dijk and the left back. Then once the left back is drawn to try and cover Palmer, then the switch of play to Noni Madueke will be on. And Noni Madueke in this position can now look to receive the ball with the time and space and look to actually create problems for Liverpool. Now, in my previous video, I explained how Arne Slot has actually transformed Liverpool. I talked about how Arne Slot has managed to change everything about Liverpool, and I still stick to my principles that this Liverpool team is better than it was last season. They are a better team than Chelsea, and I will not be surprised if Liverpool get a result in this game. However, I'm optimistic that Chelsea can play well in this game, and even Chelsea can win this game. But Liverpool have the better players. They have an experienced team. You cannot compare a partnership of Konate and Virgil with the partnership of Colwill and Fofana. These are players who have won Premier League titles, won Champions League titles together. Salah is incredible. Luis Diaz is very incredible. And we have seen Gravenberch actually grow into that midfield player that Arne Slot prefers. Chelsea will be going in a ground where they last won under Thomas Tuchel during the COVID window in 2021. Last season, the reverse fixture, Chelsea lost 4-1. And so the hostile atmosphere at Anfield, the inexperience of the squad will actually play out. It's going to be a difficult game for Chelsea, but stick around for our final part where we look at how Chelsea can actually stop Liverpool. That is looking at Liverpool with the ball and how Chelsea can counter that. Thanks for watching.